Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Mike. It's been a long minute. So, what we're doing here today, spring is finally here, and the weather's gotten better. It's warmer, and now my yard here got hit by a lot of weeds. So, I'm gonna look to treat it with this mix of Spectricide and Roundup for crabgrass and nutsedge. Um, as you can see here, my yard has been hit with crabgrass that's growing. I don't know what type of grass is this, but it's probably poa. And I'm getting hit with nutsedge this early in the season also. I already laid down the weed and feed like 2 weeks ago, and it still didn't hit everything. So I'm gonna do some spot treating. Well, actually, I'm gonna treat the whole lawn, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna mow low, and I'm gonna start my overseed project for the spring. So I got a mix of the Spectricide and the Roundup here for crabgrass and yellow nutsedge. I also added some plant food that's high in nitrogen to trick the weeds into growing and absorbing more nutrients. I think it's going to absorb more nutrients, but it's going to actually absorb the weed killer and be more effective. I also added some surfactant so that it sticks. So just let me fill this up. We're going to use my Ryobi 2-gallon sprayer. I already filled up a bit, now I just got to fill up to the 2-gallon mark. And we're good. Let's get spraying. Alright, so I'm done with the spraying. So let's give it about 2 weeks for this to work. And then we'll check right back. And when the 2 weeks is up, I'm gonna mow the lawn and start my overseeding project for the spring. So while I was spraying, I also took this chance to also bring my Ponagachi out. I recently got them up and running. It took me like a week since I found some time to put them together and install the software and all that. He's hooked up to an external battery pack right now. I'm going to try to get the onboard battery pack that just attaches to the device. It's made from a Raspberry Pi 02W, most current hardware for the Raspberry, for the Zero models at least. And look at this little guy here, looking around, waiting. Oh, this is just one of my other hobbies. I geek out all this tech stuff. All right, so let's check back on the grass in about 2 weeks. So it's been about 4 days since we sprayed, and it's starting to turn yellow, which means it's working. This one right here, yep, it's changing colors, brown. Let's see over here. Yep. It's doing its job. It's changing colors. Areas we sprayed. Yep, tiny yellow crabgrass. Alright guys, so see here, this is like about 9 days after our last treatment. Some areas have turned brown, started dying. Okay, so that was working, but one problem I ran into that I realized what I'd done was the fertilizer I used to try boost the fertilizer, I mean the weed killer, was contains had an NPK of 24, 18, and 6, so there was some phosphorus in there. So what that does, that causes blooming in plants and causes them to flower. So I end up with like a lot of seed heads also from the ones that didn't start dying. But yeah, it did a decent job. I'm just gonna do a quick mow of it, and then I'm gonna do a second application, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But I see here they started like turning brown, or the weeds. But the pole is the hardest to get, so I'm glad some of it got hit. Crabgrass got hit. So that's it. Need a second application of this. As see here, it started growing a lot too because of the fertilizer I put in the application. So let's start getting going. Alright, so guys, we got the mowing done for now. I got all the stolons, most of the stolons and the seed heads. That's what I was aiming to do. Because of the fertilizer I used, it had phosphorus. The P in the NPK causes plants to flower and to start seeding, which was what we don't really want. So when I do the next application for the weed killer, I'm going to use a nitrogen only fertilizer, and well, we'll learn from our mistakes, and we'll see how it goes. And then after that, we'll wait another week, scarify, and then start the overseeding. I'm going to try to do a pre-germination, so we won't have to wait too long for the seed to sprout. Alright guys.